making a skillet meal. And what you're gonna need for this skillet meal is 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, and you're gonna need about a cup of chopped onions, and you're gonna need about a cup of red bell peppers chopped, and your favorite smoked sausage sliced into thin slices. And you're going to need 2½ cups of chicken broth, 1/2 cup of tomato sauce, and about 1/2 cup of mozzarella cheese. And you're going to need some broccoli and cauliflower, and you're going to need 2 cups of minute rice. So first we're going to get started with our where is my cup? All right, I'll use the 1/2 cup. We're going to get started with our rice because it's going to take the longest to cook. So I'm going to measure out my rice. I need 2 cups of rice. I'm going to put it in my pot. And there we go. 2 cups of rice. Yummy, yummy. And I'm going to add my riced vegetables to it. There we go. I'm going to add my rice. Now, it's easier and quicker to cook if you have this unthawed. I took this out of the freezer about 2 or 3 hours ago, so it's completely unthawed because I knew I was going to use it. So I'm going to pour this in here. And the size that I have, this is a 10-ounce bag. So I'm going to show you what I have in my pot. I have my rice and I have my riced vegetables in there. Now I'm going to add some seasoned salt to that. I like Lawry seasoned salt. So that's what I'm going to add. I'm just going to sprinkle some in there. That should be enough to cover it. This is an 8-ounce can. This is the smallest can that I could find of the tomato sauce. So I'm just going to pour half of this into my rice. I'm just going to pour half of that off in there. There we go. And I'm going to pour my 2½ cups of chicken broth in here. We're going to I'm going to switch eyes. I'm going to turn this on about medium high. I'm going to stir it up, and then we're going to get started on the rest of this meal. I want to stir this up so it can cook evenly. Now, we're going to need some oil, about 1/4 cup of oil. We're going to pour our oil in here, and we're going to turn the eye on. We'll get this going. And we are going to mince our garlic in first. Be careful of your fingers, y'all. Got our garlic in there. Get our onions in here. And put our peppers in here. And get it started. Let me turn this up a little bit so we're going to saute these so they can get the onions and the garlic can get translucent. Now let's check on our rice. It's bubbling over here, looking good. Let me grab me another stirring spoon. rice up a little bit. There we go. And keep that on, turn that up a little bit. Now that our onions, let me show you what's going on in my pot. I got my onions, I got my peppers, and I got my garlic in here. Let me stir this. Oh, it's starting to get a little translucent in there. So I'm going to add my sausage now. Get all those flavors in there. And let you see what's going on in my pot. Yum, yum. So I'm going to let that simmer a little bit. I'll stir my rice. As I was saying, here is what's going on in my pot. My rice and my rice vegetables. I have broccoli and cauliflower in there. Smells so yummy. Put some brownness on my sausages. Okay. That's gonna be yum, yum, yum. Stir in my rice, because we don't want burnt rice. Oh, that smells good. I'll show you what's going on in my pot. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wrong arm. There we go. Now you can see what's going on in my pot. There we go. Now, I'm going to switch this over to here and turn this off. Wait a minute. Wrong one. Now we're going to add this to our rice. And stir it up. Let me show you what's going on in my pot. And we're almost done. There you go. Gonna let this cook. Make all the flavors mesh together. Mash this down. Make sure rice is ready. That is so good. And now it's time for the cheese. So I'm just gonna put my cheese on top, and it's gonna melt. As you can tell, I am a cheese person, and yes, that is more than half a cup. The recipe says half a cup. I say I put cheese on it until I see it's enough for me. As I always tell you, experiment in your kitchen. All right. One more little sprinkle. We'll put the lid on there for just a second. Let the cheese, the heat from the meal, melt the cheese. And then I will show you what's going on in my pot. You can find this recipe along with other delicious recipes on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ask the Nanny. While you're there, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment on the meals. If you happen to cook this meal, post it on Facebook, post it on social media, and tag me. I want to see what you did. And as always, experiment in your kitchen. Now, let me show you what's in my pot. Can you see that? All that yumminess. It's a one-pot meal, and it's ready to go. And it took us all of 20 minutes to do all this. So, enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. I will see you all next week. Thanks for joining me.